Stop doing this one thing in your email campaigns. So a lot of people use email marketing to generate more sales conversations. And one of the things that I've seen that super turns off a prospective client is when people are using like super aggressive or at worst, chat GPT style language. First of all, if an email starts with, I hope this email finds you well, we have a pretty high degree of confidence you haven't put a lot of thought into what this email looks like. And it really turns prospects off. And so when it comes to writing an email, there's a couple, like a sales email, a cold email. There's a couple of things that I would keep in mind. The first thing is that you want to keep it short. Super long email is just going to end up like getting lost. I mean, it is a little because people don't care about you. Like they don't care, right? If they haven't met you yet, they don't care about you, but also they don't have time. And so think about yourself. If you open an email from a stranger and it's this book, you're going to probably exit out and be like, oh, I'll get to it later. And you may never get to it later. So that's going to turn off prospective customers. So keep it nice and short. Most data out there shows that the shorter the email, the higher the response rate. Second thing is when you're using like a subject line, keep the subject line pretty short as well, 2 to 4 words. If you can, use the first name of the prospective customer. The third thing, always include some sort of a case study. Doesn't have to be crazy. It could just be like, hey, I helped Timmy, increase his revenue by 130% in 6 months. I'd love to see if we could do the same for you, right? And then the last thing you'd want to switch is to some sort of open-ended question / call to action. So the best call to action and like open-ended question I've seen is to say, hey, are you interested in this? Would you like to talk more? Should I send you over some more information? Something along those lines. That's a question. It leaves it open and it kind of like allows them to answer a question. People don't like those unanswered questions and leaving things kind of unfinished. And it can feel that way when you leave it. So those are the main things that I would say. I mean, keep your tone conversational and genuine. You don't have to be super cheesy. Like I've seen some people who are like, I'm going to put a whole bunch of jokes in my email. And like, if that's you, go ahead. But like, if it's not you, don't do it for the sake of getting a response. It's going to feel cringe in my experience, in my opinion. So and make sure you're just paying attention to the numbers. If like your open rate is below, I would say if it's cold, 20%, you should probably improve something. If your reply rate is below 5% on cold, you should probably improve some things. If this is all warm, you can super increase those numbers. But I know most people are probably doing cold, so pay attention to those. And if you're not hitting KPI, keep adjusting, keep kicking the can until you eventually resolve it. Okay. Share this with somebody who's struggling with their email marketing. And change your approach and you'll get a lot better results. Later.